friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed that mini demonstration of my lilies that I did. I did a lot of plein air painting this week and it's been quite the experience, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. On my first day, I decided to paint these beautiful lilies and I'm really happy that I decided to. I did my first 2 plein air sessions at 6 a.m. because it is very hot here in New York. So kind of to avoid the heat and also the people, since I'm brand new at plein air, I feel I get a bit nervous when people stand around. So yeah, I was very happy with that first painting. So this is the second day. I'm painting this little gazebo here at the park and I really love this one too. It was a bit more tricky though because the light wasn't really hitting the gazebo as much, so I had to really play around with my values here. Overall, it was a really good experience. This was the painting that I recorded the most of, so I wanted to share most of the process of this painting here. This second painting though was quite the experience. I got bit by mosquitoes like crazy. Don't know why it didn't occur to me to get bug spray, but I guess because the first session went so well, I didn't get bit. I just didn't think about it, but this session definitely took a toll on me and I decided to leave early just because I was getting attacked by bugs and I just couldn't concentrate anymore. So what I did was I took the painting back home and continued it there, which was a really good idea in my opinion because I was able to focus and actually put in some time into details and with things that I was just trying to brush off when I was there. But I knew that that wasn't going to be good for the painting, so I wanted to give it all the time that it deserved. The biggest thing I added in once I got home were the arches that were showing up in the background, so they're all in shadow, but it gives that feeling that this gazebo has that hexagon shape or round shape, so it doesn't look flat, and once I put that in, I think it really helped a lot. So that was my second plein air painting of the week, and because I was so inspired, I decided to go out and explore more to see where else I can paint. I found this beautiful place with boats, and I lately have been watching a lot of people paint boats, so I got really excited about that. But I didn't paint that this week. It was way too hot for me to sit in the sun, so I will definitely go back to that later. So I decided to just come back to the lilies and play around again and see what other different compositions I can create here at this little pond. I've gotten asked a couple times actually how I choose my compositions with such a big area like this. And honestly, as I've kind of been showing in these clips, I carry around my viewfinder. So sometimes even when I'm not planning on painting, I will have my viewfinder on hand. I'll kind of just move it around wherever I am, wherever I think could be a good painting, so that when I am ready to paint, I have a pretty good idea of how I want things. But if I am really lost, honestly, the viewfinder is the perfect thing. I just move it around and see what feels right, and that's how I come up with my compositions. I do try to be more intentional with the shapes of it, of course, but in case you are lost or you're starting out and you're wondering how to come up with a composition, I would definitely recommend getting a viewfinder. So that was the end of the last painting. I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you here very soon.